Hey, this is Silas, and I'm going to do a review on the RS-170 by Sennheiser. The difference between the RS-170 and the RS-180 is these are closed and the other ones are open, so 180s are open. I chose to do the 170s because I play games, and whenever I watch films, I don't want the person next to me to hear me, nor do I want to hear them. With open headphones, you hear everybody, and everybody can hear whatever gunshots, music, whatever it is, pretty clearly to the person next to you. Really distracting if you're on planes, because not only can you hear the noise, but the person next to you can hear you. Or if, let's say this person's trying to study, and they have to listen to everything going on in your headset, it can be very distracting. So, 170s it was. These are the wireless radio frequency. From what I gather, they're at 2.4 gigahertz to 2.48 gigahertz. That's the signal range. So if you've got a cell phone, not a cell phone, but like if you're one of those people who still has a landline with a broadcasting signal of like 2.4, then they could cause interference. So obviously try to find things that aren't on the same frequency. A little bit about the box. Obviously you can see into it. Sorry for the being really oversaturated. But it comes in a standard plastic blister pack. Pop this open, comes on out, pretty easy. Maybe take some scissors to cut whatever tape they put onto it. But elsewise, pretty frustration free, not a big deal. I got mine from Amazon. Also comes with a 2-year warranty, which is pretty nice. So that way, if you break it or something else happens to it, you can always do something about it. So, which is nice. So, anyway. The next thing we're going to talk about is what comes inside of it, other than the headset. But you get, obviously, a nice white box. Inside the white box comes with a instruction manual and a CD. Haven't had to use the CD. I'm assuming it has to do with some extra options, but if you have a sound card or built-in sound, probably already has options to deal with that. Manual, warning. I'm not sure what the warning is for. Maybe if you play your headphones too loud, but I guess it's got to be included. The same way that they include don't operate heavy machinery on children's medication. Inside is the other little box. It comes with a cable to connect it, a little anti-kink thing to help route it, a bunch of different connectors, so that way if you live in a different part of the world, it works for you. I assume it's a global standard cover-all, so that if you buy it in some other portion, it's good to go. So, on to the actual product itself. So again, it's got a giant radio frequency tower, and the headphones themselves sit on top of it. They go, you just set it down, and it goes. Now the nice thing is that when you literally just set it down on top of it, and it starts charging. I don't think it really matters which way you even put it, as long as it's sitting on there and making contact. The contacts themselves are at the front there, and on the back here, right there. Set it on top, good to go. On the front of the charging dock station has whether or not it's charging. The bass is the double-up bass, basically doubles your bass, makes it a lot more pronounced. Your surround option, which is pretty cool, especially for gaming. It can sometimes cause warbling. When you talk, some sounds sound like that. That's the best way I can put it. But that's generally if it's not been coded for surround. I personally like surround, so it works good for me. Back of the actual docking station itself is the jack that you can plug into just about anything. Your CD player, your TV, your computer, sound card, or back of your motherboard. Here's your, it has an attenuator. It goes 8 decibels to 0 decibels. I put mine at 0 because 8's a little quiet. And obviously your power supply plugs into the wall, pretty standard. Plugs in there. Hit the power button in the front, and off you go. So a little bit about the headphones themselves. Sound quality wise, they remind me of the HD 280s. They're pretty good. Responsiveness, they're pretty fast. Sound great. They're really soft. They're super light. That was the other thing I was really surprised by. A lot of wireless headsets. I have the World of Warcraft headset as well, and tons of others, as you can see I've reviewed before. These are light. It's pretty impressive. They're built pretty solid. They're not too stiff on the head. They block out a lot of sound. Once again, they kind of sound like a 280. They remind me of a $100 pair of headphones. They're about $170 on Amazon right now. That's where I generally get most of my stuff, so that's pretty good. That way you've got a good sound, and it's a $100 pair of headset, and it's wireless, and it's better than any gaming wireless headset sound you're basically going to find. However, it's not without its faults. A couple things. If you use Ventrilo, or things go silent for a little while on Skype and nobody says anything, you'll have a little bit of time where you say something and it'll go zzz, like a very, very low noise, but it doesn't lose it. So like I can hear everything, but right before that sound pitches in, it kicks back on and kicks back off. It can be kind of annoying if that thing bothers you, but it doesn't actually cut out the person's voice, so it's not so bad. Obviously it lengthens, yada yada. So once again, this radio frequency. As far as cutting out, some people have complained that they have a lot of cutting out. Maybe they're getting cross interference. I only have a cell phone in this house and a microwave, so I don't have anything that really interferes per se. So always take that into consideration. If you have a wireless mouse, a wireless keyboard, cell phones, a house that's running on like the same frequency, 2.4 gigahertz, you're going to get some crosstalk. You're going to lose it. I don't have any of the issues that some people have. I've been able to walk mostly to the end of my house, into the next room. Starts to get a little fuzzy. Sometimes it'll just cut straight out, but it's pretty good. Most of the time you can listen to it walk all around the house, and it's usually fairly good. Once again, radio frequency, look out for that. You don't have to be in line of sight. You can put it off to the side, but honestly, wherever you put it close enough that it can talk back. So once again, this is the review on the RS-170s. Once again, the only difference between these and the RS-180s is these are the closed ones, meaning that they block out sound. They don't have as wide of listening field, doesn't feel as natural, but still blocks out sounds. They sound great. They remind me of 280s, but without a cord. It'll be a great purchase for you if you like to be able to get up and walk away, or if you like to pair a great set of headphones wirelessly and have your mic on your desk. For instance, I prefer using really nice mics as opposed to a boom mic coming off of a cheap pair of headset. Anyway, once again, this is the RS-170s, and my name's Silicus. Subscribe to me if you have any questions or have a particular headset you would like me to look at. Let me know. Thanks.